Yeah, it was a hard-fought match. I thought we came out there to win the game, and I think we had our foot on the gas for 90 minutes. Ultimately we came up short, came up with a point, but I think it's a performance to build on and a good performance heading into an important match next week.
Josh, heard from a little birdie that you had a few family members in town.
Only 27.
Okay. Is that all the siblings, all the grandparents, all the uncles and cousins?
That's some great uncles, some aunts. Yeah, well, everybody was out. No, it was great to have my first game back here at DSG, and to be able to do it in front of a bunch of people that I love. So
is that more than you had for the game at Seattle in July?
It might be, actually. Yeah, crazy enough.
Get to do anything fun with them, around the last couple days?
Yeah, they got in late last night, and I was asleep early, so I actually didn't see everybody until after the game today. Yeah, because I asked them if they want to get breakfast with me, and they said they'd rather go see Red Rocks. So.
How's the knee feel?
Feels great. Yeah, it feels 100%. It's quite a blessing at this point with the injury I had to be able to say that I feel 100% fit right now, but I do. It's great.
With the timing of the injury, you come back and the team looks a lot different than it did when you last played. Just how has that adjustment been for you, and how are you approaching it?
Yeah, it's been great. It is a lot of new faces, but I think we've added. I think we've kind of developed our game, and I think we have a real clear system and style of play right now. So it's good, and it's been a pleasure to play in the last couple games.
Josh, there's been a similar approach to dealing with low blocks, particularly here at home. And the last couple of games, there's been some frustration where their team's gotten into good areas but hadn't necessarily converted that into good quality chances or goals scored. What are you seeing in those moments? What more needs to be there other than maybe turning a good opportunity into a goal?
Yeah, it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to say, but I think the chances are there for us, and they sat back and they were under it for a lot of time today, and we weren't able to crack them open. But I think the chances are there, and we are able to create some good chances in transition as well, and I think that's always something we have in the locker. So.
Josh, the team is in a playoff battle, only 2 games left to kind of nail down that playoff slot. What's one thing that you can maybe say the team can do for sure to ensure that they make one of those playoff spots?
Yeah, I think we keep coming out and we keep taking it to these teams. We're ready, and we'll have a good week of training leading into Salt Lake, and we're ready to go there and take all 3 points home. So I think we have our system down. We know what we want to do, and we're gonna have a good game plan for Salt Lake. So.
2 more. Of the center midfield options, you have probably one of the most defensive pass, and kind of grew up playing deeper in the field. When you're playing next to somebody like Connor, he grew into the game and started to move forward in the first half. Just how much do you want to provide that stability to allow other players to move forward and kind of prevent those counters as you guys are trying to break down a lower block?
Yeah, it's a huge part of my role. Kind of just adding a little bit of stability back there. That team wanted to sit in the low block and they wanted to counterattack us, and we knew that going into the game, and we knew that was something we're gonna have to take away. So it's one of the key things on my mind is allow these creative players that we have, allow Connor Ronan to get forward, allow the front four to attack, and just be there and make sure that we don't take anything that we shouldn't. So.
Josh, after the game, you appeared to seek clarity on something from the referees. What was that?
I thought it was a handball at the end of the game. I'm replaying it in my head. I don't see how it wasn't. I haven't watched it back on my phone or anything, but I don't know. When they played it on the Jumbotron, it looked like a handball. But